Hey guys, welcome back. Lucian here with you again, like always, back for another episode of the DNS Tech Pack. So it's been a little while since I've recorded, I guess really over a week. It's been 11 days in Kansas, and yeah. So let me show you what I worked on while I was away. Over here, finally getting to the end of my extractor processing, which is going through diamonds right now. So diamonds, I can spell. Still got 48 to go through, and remember I did have over 1,000 ores, so you can see, you can do that math. Kind of where I've got quite a few. I was playing with this last night, just playing. I don't know if I'll use anything, but I wanted to refresh my memory from old EE2. Over here, on my deuterium and tritium, I have now made it to where during the daytime I am plus on tritium and I am plus on deuterium pretty much all the way around. And you can see that I've got the energy cell filling up. I guess basically just splitting the power. And I'm getting ready to hit 1 trillion RF stored, which is crazy, and it's only only 31% full. So I guess that thing is going to hold probably a tad over 3 trillion RF, just over on there, which is the same as the max size ball. You can see that's pretty much already going. Outside, didn't make any changes over there. I did put a roof on the second layer, and I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Do I just want to fill this over and then glass it? But what I'm really thinking about doing is making like a little, just a little square glass dome over this. Maybe not dome, but maybe rectangle over this to kind of cover this up. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. Because I definitely do want it to be very visible. I want it to be kind of like the centerpiece at the base, kind of like the focal point. So down here in the bee lab, been playing with bees. I did put all the centrifuges on with the AE support, got an AE drive and whatever, and I'm slowly working through some of the tiers. I think I started getting rusty and corroded. One of these should be corroded, or that's resilient, so the corroded must be in here. Did make a genetic imprinter. Got the good attributes going here, so I'll just throw things through here. Mainly I wanted to get rid of the negative effects that was beating me up every time I got here, so I just put a bunch of Imperials through there. Finally got Beatific and put that on there, so I just throw everything through that, and every bee that I make, even these glow ring ones, give me a Beatific effect. So pretty cool. Do you need another drive? No, you're good. You're good now, for now. Have a little villager jail. And that's the reason I needed that is if I go to... which one was it? There's a few of them that I needed this bee. Quartz. So go through the quartz. Oh, I know which bee it is. I remember. Certus comb. Quantum. Spatial. Abnormal. Secluded. Monastic. This bee right here you can only get from villager trading. So while I was out in my playing, I found a few villagers and I just sent them on home with the charm dislocation. You can see I already got them set in jail. So we'll make a little trading post so we can screw with those guys. Blood magic, something we've been kind of working on recently. It was about over here-ish, and I moved it over a little bit because I didn't have it centered very well to upgrade the tiers. I also edited my code and put up a sign, or sorry, a screen I should say. So it'll give me the status of how much blood is in there and let me know how many slates are in the system. which is over here. So that's really cool how you do that. Walk you through my code real quick. Now the way I'm doing this, which is a little bit of a change from earlier, is I have a fluid interface on here, and that's how I'm sending blood up there, because I can only have one connection point, which is the bottom, without making it look ugly. Because with the cable, it'd make it look ugly. So this is here my blood line. Over here, stone. I've noticed in my old code it was duping stone, and I couldn't figure out how. So this is just, I think this is actually, it's like stopped actually. So I can probably get rid of this. But I have a trigger, which is set for every 50 seconds, which is about the timing that I was using for this current setup. And it'll go through a condition, and it'll check to see if I have a stack of blank slates. If I do not have a stack of blank slates, it'll grab stone and put it in the altar. If I do have a stack, then it'll go down the true line, which will go to another condition. This condition will check, do I have, I got 24 set in there, which I have 28 because I was just kind of playing with it. And that is false. It'll go down to, grab a blank slate and then move it into the altar. And then on the extract line, I have it checking for a condition, stack, and that's checking every 1 minute. So that way it doesn't get bogged down, and it's always looking, every 1 second it's looking to see what it needs in the system at all time. And then as I expand up to the next tier, the tier 3, then I have another branch of code that I can just continue on down here. So that's kind of my code for right now. Probably will have to change a little bit, but it is working. And I'll show you how cool the screen is. Just put it in there, and it's real time happening. Takes about 2,500 units of blood, 2,500 millibuckets to go up to tier 2. And you see it didn't yank it out because I do have a stack of blank slates in there, so it's going to leave it in there to go to a tier 2, which is the reinforced slate. And since I have the code ending at reinforced slate, it'll automatically just yank it out when it gets to reinforced. Boom. Just like that. And then the screen updates to 30. So, love it. Love this. This works really, really good. I think that's about it. Now, the reason I've been focusing on blood magic, and I think I said I put a roof here. Yeah, I did. The reason I'm focusing on blood magic first is to move the nodes for Thumbcraft. You can use the little dislocation dislocation thingy from blood magic to send nodes back to the base. And it's a really cheaty but easy way to move things back. So I wanted to get going with this. Now, I wonder if I need a new orb. What is the tier 2? Apprentice, which is just an emerald. How much blood? 5,000. Well, I could do that. Looks like I missed the E, but it still worked out. Now, the bad thing about this is you can watch the screen. It only goes up 20 millibuckets a second, which is so slow. So that's why I had to change my interval to about 50 seconds, because that's how long it takes for a complete crafting cycle to go through and for it to kind of refill. So that's kind of a trial and error, but we can fix that. So I'll go ahead and put this in here to go up to our tier 2. Magicians. But yeah, so we can't get to a tier 3 yet because we do not have 25,000 LP, obviously, and we don't have a tier 3 altar. So that's fine. So I'll just finish this up. So we're going to do a couple projects today. I took some notes of what I want to kind of work on. I'm going to try to spend all day recording because I got to go to Texas tomorrow for a week. So we'll try to spend all day recording. So all these episodes will probably be back to back to back. Just kind of knocking them out. That way there's some content while I'm gone. So let's probably work on a little bit of blood magic today, and we'll see what other kind of stuff we can get into. Alright. Whatever my other order is. So now to go up to our tier 2, we're gonna need a bunch of runes. Now I would love to have runes of dislocation, but they need an imbued slate, which I can't make until I get a tier 3. So we have to get a tier 3 altar, then make some imbued slates, and then come back and start replacing them. However, I can make some speed runes. So we can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect my code for right now. And I'm going to take all these. No, I was making these just to get them ready to make tier 3. We can take all these and let's go make some stuff. See how many we're going to need. It's a 5 by 5 by 5, right? With the corners cut off, so 10, 18-ish, something like that. Rune. Oh. Okay, there's 17, and there's 18. Let's get rid of that. Let's make just a few speed runes. I should have sugar in the network. Oh, I know what happened. It sent it to the machine. So let's make like 4-ish, 5-ish. Let's make 5. Wait a minute, what? What's the deal? Speed rune. What am I missing? Oh, I see. Okay, 5. Okay, cool. So I really could go all the way up pretty fast in the tiers of this thing if it wasn't for the limiting factor of the how fast it takes for the send over. Okay, is that right? Why does that not look right? Yeah, that does. Yeah, that. As I say, that doesn't look right. Is it out? And is it out one? I think it's out one. Shoot. Did you break? Yep. Okay. Let me turn this back to normal first. I'll fix this. Fix the manager. Be back just a second. Alright, there we go. My blood magic was a little bit rusty, but it's in there. Gotta move it out one, and glass glowstone. So now we have a tier 3, which is awesome. So now we can actually start crafting some of those imbued slates, and we can start getting some hopefully some augmented augmented capacity. Yes. So we can start changing these out for I actually need to go up on my orb, I think, to make those, but that's okay. We can start making these as well, which is fabulous. because I got to boost up this transfer rate because this transfer rate is just absolutely awful. But the other thing that I knew was going to happen, and I didn't plan accordingly, is that now I've covered up my cargo manager. Oops, a little too far. Where's my ME cable? Like that. But I have a solution to fix this. This is not a big deal, and that involves a cardboard box. I'll just put you there-ish for now. Anything in you, but I'll put that stuff in there now, just so I know where it's at. But I can just throw a cardboard box on there, and it'll keep all the code, and I'll just be able to extend it out a little bit. But it's okay that it's hidden, because I really don't need to access it now that the code's working. But you know how it goes. So let's. How much do these take? Ooh, that crafts much quicker now. Ooh, nice. Alright, so how many... We're into this location. Now, can I use... It's like master... Nope, not worried about that. Not worried about chemistry set. Not worried about that. Sacrifice. Self-sacrifice. Not worried about ritual stones, imperfect stones. No. So yeah, that's what I was worried about, is I gonna have to go up to the next tier of orb. Which means orb, just magicians, which takes 25,000 LP. Now you know my issue is that I can only pump at 20. Masters that. Archmage. And transcend it. Oh, look how much blood that takes. It takes forever. So I'm kind of sucks that you can't pump any quicker. Alright, let me think about this real quick. Alright guys, I'm back. So after a little bit of thinking about how I wanted to do this, I came up with a little something. So I used all the rest of my reinforced slates and made runes of sacrifice. I had 28 or 30, so whatever that turned into, I got it there. And I just built a really simple mob farm. So we can go up to that new tier of orb. So with that, and we need a iron sword. Thank you. Now the only bad thing about I can't exactly see my screen. But should be okay. And I'm just gonna remember my rule was that I was not going to self-sacrifice. I was only going to sacrifice other things. So, yeah. Woo. Well, this did not go well at all, did it? I guess I need to wait for some more mobs to build up before I start doing that. Okay, well, you know my plan. So, my rule was no self-sacrifice. And I got a bunch of these runes of sacrifice in there. Hopefully, it will drive up my my LP. Let me just go ahead and... Where did you go? Where'd you go? Oh, that's not far enough to reach. I don't know where my screen went. Okay, well, I'm gonna fix everything, and then I'll come back with an orb, and we'll continue. Alright guys, I finally did it. Finally. Got my Magician's Blood Orb. Took a little longer than I thought. So what did I end up doing is going to the Deep Dark with my Enhanced Charm and Dislocation. Just going around there sending a bunch of mobs over, and they're coming back and just murdering them. So that's cool. So now we can do that. Let me put up some of this crap that I don't need. And while I was waiting for the thing to fill up, I did move this out with the cardboard box. So really all you do, click on it, break it with a pickaxe or any kind of breaking device. It'll save whatever's in the inside there. Shift right click, box comes off, and that. And to make it, it's really only 4 pieces of sawdust or wood pulp or whatever. So nice. Now what we can do is come over here. We want to get the runes of dislocation. So we need water buckets. So 6 water buckets. I don't know how that makes sense, but hello? Anyone home? That was weird. Okay, well that was odd. Okay, whatever. Rune of Dislocation, go. And sweet. Now I think if I remember right, these increase it by like 20% or something like that. Alright, so you can see it's going up pretty slow right there. Looks like it's going up by 28. Huh. Okay. So let's do this right here. Okay, it's yanking it out. Let me just break that for a second. So I want to see how quick it crafts. Well, not like that. Definitely. Just tier 1. Tier 2. And I did find my screen. One of the idiots had it holding on to it. So when I killed it, it dropped. Okay, so now we're going back up. So 20 to 48. So we're going up by 28. Looks like. So definitely room for improvement. But it's a whole lot more than what we can get. So just do that. Okay, cool. Alright, so let me play with this just a little more and do a time check and see where we're at. And then we'll see what else we can get into, or if we're going to call it a day. So see you in a second. Alright guys, we're back. So I got this whole side filled out. So I got 5 rune of dislocations. And looks like it's going up by about 49 or so at a second, which is better than what it was the whole 20. So that's progress. I mean, it's not awesome, but not awesome yet, I should say. But it is better than what I had before. I also took out the speed, because I'm thinking if I slow it down just a little bit, I can have more blood pumping in there at the same amount of time. So I guess it's going to be kind of a work in progress, but I stuck to my promise, or my goal, which was not to do any self-sacrifice, and so far I've achieved that. So I want to continue to work on this. I'm going to turn back on my automatic crafter, get some more runes made up, and then go ahead and put some code in for making the imbued slates as well. That way it can kind of have me maybe stack might be too much, but you know, something. So yeah, that's definitely getting a whole lot better than what it was. And they all keep stacking with their percentage. So that was 49. For about 49 LP a tick. Okay, and so it's going so fast. 85 to 44, so that's 44 plus 15, 59-ish maybe. So yeah, I think I can eventually get it up to maybe 100 LP a tick, which will be awesome. But I'm about to take this down because them baby zombies are annoying. And that was just to get us through with the process. So that's it. Duff rambling. Solely blood magic episode, but definitely wanted to get this working. And I think I can take down the mob farm and just let it work off my stored LP network and just slow down my crafting a little bit. Completely automated. So I'll see you guys here in probably just a few minutes. I'm going to record back to back so I can have some episodes ready for y'all while I'm out of town. So see you in the next one.